What is mesh integration and who should get it, who should not get it, and what do you need to actually know? My name is Zoya. I am the hair loss and hair extension specialist. I do have a salon in North Dallas. I've done this for 27 years, and I would love to help you in this process. So let's go. I believe most salons and most people, they show you the before, after, the perfect moment, beautiful blend, the beautiful confidence moment, but they don't show you what does it involve, what does it take, who is it actually for, and who should avoid getting it, and all the things that you need to know in between. Most people don't tell you the process and what does it look like in 1 year trajectory. So let's kind of break it down here. I believe mesh integration is a perfect strategy for women who have very thin hair, or they have crown thinning, or they have even the side thinning, and that's where we'll do partial perimeter mesh, and then we attach extensions. So that's perfect for people who have very thin hair, to where regular extension is truly doesn't support their hair. It is a strategy that we create, and we put a very breathable mesh on top of their hair, pull every strand of their existing hair out, and then we attach the weft. It can be done on certain area. It can be done on the top, it can be done on the side, it can be done all throughout the perimeter of the hair, but it is something that is done very strategically. It takes a lot of time. It takes an average 4 to 6 hours for original application to create a base and the foundation, and it will require between 3 to 6 weeks maintenance, between 1 hour to 3 hours about every 3 to 6 weeks, 4 hours sometimes. And if you have, I would say, a lot of hair, and if you're not a candidate, it is a lot of commitment and the time and cost that you need to know you need to have. This method is very pricey, but for people who truly need it, and that is their last or the only strategy and option, it is truly worth it. But if it is just something that you want longer hair, or you've seen, I had someone, they were thinking they're dark and they wanted to put a blonde hair on top of their hair, and they're like, I want to just sew that on my hair. That's not how it truly works, because you need to be able to get underneath, you need to be able to shampoo your hair, you need to be able to treat your own hair. So it is for people who have very thin hair. They don't have any, I would say, active psoriasis. They don't have any active shedding, major active shedding underneath. And it is for someone who truly anything else and everything else, it hasn't worked. But what I would say, it's not for people who have very high amount of density on their hair. When I'm talking about, I consider my hair very fine and thin, but I am absolutely not a candidate for either mesh or meshless integration, because the system will not lay flat. I have way too much hair. It is for someone who has very fine thin hair that have lost between, I would say, 35 to 50% density of their own hair, and they are really not really hopeful about growing their hair out a lot further. I have times that people come in and they have very sparse thinning, but they have got the system somewhere else, and now they've had the system on their hair for quite a while, and now their own hair has thinned out to where it's not supporting even the mesh, or the mesh moves so much. So it is very important. It is not for people who have active trichotillomania. I see that all the time, that people say it is perfect for trichotillomania, but if you have active and you have active pulling, sometimes that mesh can trigger more pulling. It is really individual based. It's not for everyone. If you are a young gal, very active person, it's a little bit difficult for you to be able to keep the mesh integration on the head. Maybe meshless integration is a little bit more feasible for you. Try to break down what is exact candidate for that versus someone who is not. It needs to be done individually. And again, you need to find a true specialist. If someone just has taken the course, or even they're only done it for a year or two, they don't have the experience to be able to keep and sustain your existing hair. Yes, they might give you more hair, but it doesn't mean more hair for now. It's going to be sustainable for a long period of time. And then you have a bad closure or a topper that looks very wiggy and look unnatural and unsteady on your hair. So I want you to know the cost associated with this system, this method and a strategy. Make sure you get to find out what does it take. Every person is different. Sometimes you can have a bigger system with a smaller amount of hair. Sometimes you get to have a smaller system. Each one of them individually is different, and you need to find out about that at your consultation and along with your specialist to know it is something that you can sustain, or is this better to go for a system that you can remove and put back on a daily basis because it would look better or it would be better for you. I hope this video was helpful for you. And if you have any other experience or anything I can help you with, put the comment below and like and subscribe our video for more content about this. And just tell me, what do you really like to know? Ask me specific questions that I can make videos for you and I can inform you in this process. With all that being said, all love for you. I hope you have great hair day every day. And until the next video,